I want to bring in Jonathan Gilliam, who is a former FBI special agent and former police officer as well. John, with your background in policing, do you see anything in this set of numbers? Do you see a trend? Do you see a reason? For instance, do you see the whole notion of police officers backing off as the reason maybe the murder rates are going up?
Honestly, what I see is that all around this country, there is a growing sentiment of disrespect for authority, disrespect for self. And I think what's happening is you're seeing increased murders because people, instead of walking away from a fight, are more likely to pull out a gun and shoot each other. They just don't have the same respect. When you translate that to their interaction with law enforcement.
How is it different from last year, though?
Well, I think the mood in this country is changing at a rapid rate. I think with the, for one, the use of cell phone cameras. This has changed everything because now you have to remember what people record isn't necessarily what the facts are. They can make their judgment call however they, with their predisposed, prejudices or judgments when they see the video and say, that is absolutely a cop murder, for instance. What they tend to ignore in most of these cases is that if somebody did not resist, if they had respect for authority before the situation even started, none of these murders between cops would have happened. But I think if you take that same mentality away from law enforcement interaction and you just look at the communities at large, I think people are just becoming more emboldened and less of a community.
I want to read something that the Milwaukee police chief said, and this comes to us courtesy of the New York Times. His name is Edward Flynn, and he said, sort of to what you're saying, Jonathan, maintaining one's status and credibility and honor, if you will, within that peer community is literally a matter of life and death. And that's coupled with a very harsh reality, which is the mental calculation of those who live in that strata, that it is more dangerous to get caught without their gun than to get caught with a gun. Does that speak volumes to you and the community that you're hearing from?
It does, and the community that I'm talking about is overall just in the United States. That probably is geared more towards the inner city and the way that the inner city reacts. But I think the reality is, all across this country, there is this growing sentiment of me. Notice me. Let me do what I want. Don't confront me because I'm going to confront you. And I think we've just lost our sense of who we are. We're Americans. And I know this sounds like a hard leap for a lot of academics or people who want to, work for a president's council of this or that. But that's the reality, is that we just have a breakdown in the way we associate with each other overall, and law enforcement in general. They go to an